Imagine, listen, I know this is still going. Imagine if he'd actually scored a goal. Imagine if he'd actually scored a goal. That would be absolutely unbelievable. He at least got to live out his dream probably of just playing in a Premier League game. This man... What is going on, guys? It is JJ here, back with a new video today. Once again, today this will be a very, very exciting video because we're going to take a look at apparently none other than the worst Premier League player in all of the English Premier League's history. It is Ali Dia. Now, don't really know much backstory. I know obviously he played for Southampton. I'm guessing that he probably was either a Sunday League player. He had to have lied in some way, because there's no way. I guess there is a way where players will get scouted and maybe they'll do really well in games ahead of time, and because they got scouted, they immediately get sort of brought into the fold. But I have a feeling this is not one of those games, so I'm a little intrigued to see which route this goes, whether it's the scam route or whether it's the got scouted and it's just actually really bad and somehow found their way into a Premier League game. I don't know, I have no clue what's gonna happen, but we may watch the video twice just to try and understand it. The first time we may actually just go through with no pauses. I'll let it just kind of develop, just let it sink in, say stuff here and there, and then the second time we'll probably go through and stop. So you guys gotta let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you think there's a worse Premier League player ever than Ali Dia? Let me know in the comments below. But let's get into the video. As well, guys, you can find the original video just down in the description below.
It wasn't the first time a club had been conned in this way. In 1996, Southampton manager Graham Souness got a call purporting to be from World Footballer of the Year George Weah, with a tip-off about a Senegalese player called Ali Dia.
Played with George Weah at Paris Saint-Germain, and last year he was playing in the second division in Germany. And
how are you not able to just do your research? Like, I understand it's 1996. But how do you get scammed like this? At least contact the club about the guy. Like the second division German club, at least contact them about him. Like there are those resources there. I know I said I wasn't going to stop it, but this just seems idiotic. Graham Souness is a very smart individual, but this is a very dumb thing to happen to you. You got catfished.
we said come down and train with us for a week or so and see what's what, so we're looking.
And he trained for a week?
He claimed to have played for his country. In fact, he said he'd scored 2 goals for them days before this training session. With a CV like this and George Weah's apparent endorsement, no wonder Souness signed.
Oh my God.
He even played him in a Premiership match, once and once only, because even though Dia almost scored a goal, he tricked his way into the team. Ali Dia had conned Southampton.
Imagine, listen, I know this is still going. Imagine if he'd actually scored a goal. Imagine if he'd actually scored a goal. That would be absolutely unbelievable. He at least got to live out his dream probably of just playing in a Premier League game. This man, stone cold, oh my God, this is just unbelievable.
George Weah said he didn't know Ali Dia and hadn't phoned Souness, but Ali Dia stuck to his story.
He told me that George ring him and said that I'm a good player. I'm not afraid to tell that I'm a good player. I can prove that. I'm going to prove that.
So George Weah did ring Graham Souness?
Personally, like I told you, I don't really know.
Oh, wow.
Before Southampton signed Ali Dia, he'd not been with Senegal, but with Blythe Spartans, a Tyneside club struggling in the lower leagues.
How has he done that?
Next thing I knew, I was watching him on Match of the Day and watched him playing for Southampton, which was, you know, pretty unbelievable at the time.
Ali Dia was living the dream. For 43 minutes, he got to play in a Premiership game.
I'm still amazed. I think everybody's amazed that he got that far. Maybe Zarelli thought that if Zarelli's his real name, that he could go that far, and maybe thought that he could do the same.
Wow.
Zarelli may have dreamt the same dream as Ali Dia, but his fantasy football career was speeding away from the...
I'm sorry, just how? Like, really how, though? This is just, honestly, it just blows my mind. How literally it just be like, just check your sources, man. It's so bad. How do you get swindled this bad by a man who A, is probably not Senegalese, because obviously if he's playing in the lower English tiers, he's probably from England, probably faked that accent, and then conned his way onto a Premiership club. Saying he played for PSG, you could ask PSG. You could ask them. That's simple. That's simple. Oh my Jesus, Southampton. Listen, that's mad jokes. That is mad. Honestly, it would be Southampton of all clubs as well to have that happen to them. And I feel bad, but at the same time, I don't feel bad. Like, it's, oh my God. And then his story, when they actually interview him in his story, he's like, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Of course you're going to say that because they caught you red-handed. They caught you in the act. And, oh, Jesus. Okay. One more time. I'm going to stop it whenever I feel like this time because this is just, this is a sad, sad story for Southampton. And Ali Dia, whatever, bro. Like, how do you train for a week?
It wasn't the first
and they
time
don't
the club
notice.
had been conned in this way. In 1996, Southampton manager Graham Souness got a call purporting to be from World Footballer of the Year George Weah with a tip-off.
Like, that's the other thing. How can you catfish to be George Weah in 96? Like, what? Why would another player hit up a club about, hey, you should go look at my friend here? Go look at him then. Don't give him a tryout. Go look at him.
At a Senegalese player called Ali Dia.
Played with George Weah at Paris Saint-Germain, and last year he was playing in the second division in Germany. And we said come down and train with us for a week or so and see what's what.
So Graham Souness let him come down and train for a week, and then decided to sign him. And we trust this man to be a pundit still? I mean, obviously learning from your mistakes. This is in 1996, but come on, mate. Like, that cannot be real. Like, you could not let that happen. Oh, my Jesus.
Claimed to have played for his country. In fact, he said, he'd scored 2 goals for them days before this training session. With a CV like this and George Weah's apparent endorsement, no wonder Souness signed Ali Dia.
Jesus Christ.
He even played him in a Premiership match, once and once only, because even though Dia almost scored a goal, he tricked his way into the team. Ali Dia had conned Southampton. George Weah said he didn't know Ali Dia and hadn't phoned Souness, but Ali Dia stuck to his story.
He told me that George ring him and said that I'm a good player. I'm not afraid to tell that I'm a good player. I can prove that. I'm going to prove that.
So George Weah did ring Graham Souness?
Personally, like I told you, I don't really know.
He didn't. That's what that means. See, that means no, he did not.
Before Southampton signed Ali Dia, he'd not been with Senegal, but with Blythe Spartans, a Tyneside club struggling in the lower leagues.
Next thing I knew, I was watching him on Match of the Day and watched him playing for Southampton, which was, you know, pretty unbelievable at the time.
Probably because he wasn't that good for them either. Let's just put it that way. This is just... Is he the worst player in Premier League history, though? Obviously, I mean, played 40 minutes in the Premier League, somehow found his way into a game, somehow swindled one of the better midfielders of his generation, who then became a manager, to play him for Matt Letizia, of all people, to come in and sub for him. And then I'm hoping that he got subbed off. I hope he did not play that full 45, because if he did, that blows my mind. But you know what? You guys gotta let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Is Ali Dia the worst player in Premier League history? Or is it somebody else? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And peace.